Let me know what you'll be doing in the comments section down below. And before I forget, I want to stress that this is not financial advice. Please make sure to conduct your own research when investing in cryptocurrency. Coming up, some very important words from American venture capitalist Tim Draper. But first and foremost, this channel has a daily giveaway of 100,000 Shib. To be eligible for the giveaway, simply subscribe to this channel, like this video, and leave a comment below. #Shiba Inu. Best wishes. American venture capital investor Tim Draper warned business founders to prepare for more and more bank failures if the government continues to print money and whipsaw interest rates. American venture capitalist investor and entrepreneur Tim Draper suggested founders keep at least 2 payrolls worth of cash in Bitcoin or alternative cryptocurrencies, along with other diversification recommendations in response to the uncertainty created by the collapse of Silicon Valley Bank. In a March 25th report directed at business founders, Tim Draper stated that Bitcoin is a hedge against a domino run on the banks and overbearing government intervention, adding that businesses can no longer rely on a single bank or governing body to manage their cash. Draper suggested that business founders keep at least 6 months of short-term cash in 2 separate bank accounts, one with a local bank and another with an international bank. He noted that businesses should also have at least 2 payrolls worth of cash in Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, including Shiba Inu. These preventative steps were necessary, according to Draper, because for the first time in many years, governments are seizing control of banks, and governments themselves are at risk of becoming insolvent. He further revealed that many startups sought emergency relief from him after SVB and other banks shut down. Additionally, Draper emphasized the importance of contingency plans, as boards and management are responsible for meeting payroll deadlines even in times of crisis. Draper also added it is important to build out contingency plans for bank failures that could happen more and more often if the government continues to print money and whipsaw interest rates to counteract inflation caused by the overprinting of money. Draper reminded founders to be vigilant against the risk of fraud, noting that fraudsters are skilled at identifying weaknesses in a system and exploiting them. Furthermore, to prevent phishing theft, he advised founders to verify with all parties involved whenever there is a change in wire instructions or a new approval system. This comes after recent news that Draper performed a self-composed Bitcoin song after his keynote speech at Paris Blockchain Week 2023 on March 22nd. He said the song was dedicated to SVP and all the banks that have failed and will fail. The song received a round of applause from the audience, with Draper concluding his time on stage by saying blockchain, Bitcoin, and smart contracts make up one of the greatest transitions in the history of the world. One last bit of info before we go, but this is probably the most important news of the day, so stay tuned. The rate of Shib has risen by 1% over the last 24 hours on the hourly chart. The price of Shib has broken the local resistance levels. If buyers can hold the gain initiative until the end of the day, growth may continue to rise steadily with an increase in the burn rate. We can definitely expect this to have a positive impact on the price of Shib. With that, we come to the end of today's video. If you enjoyed the video, then please like this video and don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section. This really helps me with the YouTube algorithm. Also, please share this video to as many people as possible. Let's get this news out there. It's incredible what can happen in just 24 hours in the time between my last video and this one. A lot of crazy things have happened within the Shiba Inu ecosystem, crazy enough to spark some even crazier price predictions for Shib. Disclaimer: getting right into the craziness that has been happening. Shiba Inu has seen a dramatic 700% spike in transactions in a very short period. That is from a mere 5,000 transaction count. Shib started recording upwards of 35,000 transactions. This was seemingly out of the blue. So even though it is definitely a welcome development, because it kind of means that people are really invested in Shib, it has actually been getting some analysts wondering, although the cause of the increase in transaction volume is still unknown. Some analysts think it might be related to increased interest from retail investors in the Shiba Inu token. And I know that I've talked about this a number of times. This increased interest might have something to do with the launch of Shiba Inu, same as the increase in whale activity, but whatever caused either of those, the bottom line is that the rudeness of those must have caused the sudden uptake in Shiba Inu transactions. Right now, this uptick in the number of Shiba Inu transactions hasn't resulted in a positive price reaction for Shib. But first off, it hasn't resulted in a price dump. So there's that. Secondly, the increase in Shib transactions was pretty sudden, so it is possible that the token needs a bit of time to catch up with the improvement in things. But that's just me thinking. You can tell us what you think in the comments section below. Moving on from that, Bitcoin is on its third consecutive month of gains, and analysts are starting to think that the bearishness might finally be over. The primary reason they are considering this is because there's precedent between October 2020 and March of 2021. The price of Bitcoin shot up from $10,400 to $61,700. And we all know how 2021 turned out for Bitcoin and the rest of the crypto market. Now in 2023, Bitcoin shot up by up to 21% in March. And as I mentioned earlier, this is the third consecutive month that Bitcoin has seen gains. So while we haven't seen those gains in as many months as happened back in 2020 and 2021, analysts have started considering whether this could be the beginning of the bullish run that we have all been waiting for. I think it could be, but I would like to hear what you think in the comments section below. But why are we even talking about Bitcoin and the potential for a bullish run? Well, if you have been watching videos on this channel, you probably already know the answer to this question. But for those who are new here, Shiba Inu and Bitcoin are kind of linked in that Shib, like the rest of the crypto market, typically mimics Bitcoin's movements. So if Bitcoin enters a bullish run, Shib would most probably do the same. I'm not done with all the exciting things that have been happening in the Shiba Inu ecosystem though. So you want to keep watching this video. Plus we'll be getting more about Shiba Inu price and predictions soon in the video. Before that, though, you should know that there are now more than 200,000 wallets on Shiba in beta. If you watched yesterday's video, you'll be able to appreciate how incredible this is. In yesterday's video, we talked about how there were 100,000 wallets on the Shibarium network. What this means is that in just 24 hours, 100,000 more wallets were initiated on the Shibarium network. It's crazy that something like this actually happened. If you ask me, I mean, it took Shibarium a couple of days to hit 100,000, and in just one day it has onboarded the same amount of wallets. It's incredible, but it also calls back to what we discussed earlier. The amount of Shib transactions suddenly spiked, just like the number of Shibarium wallets, and it really makes one wonder what could have triggered it. Speaking of transactions, Shib transactions are not the only thing that have spiked insanely in recent times. But before we get into that, this channel has a daily giveaway of 100,000 Shib for a chance to participate in the giveaway. All you have to do is subscribe to this channel, like this video, and leave a comment below. Hashtag Shiba Inu. Good luck! The number of transactions on the Shibarium platform has also hit a major milestone in recent times. There have now been 1 million transactions on the Shibarium platform. What this means is that in just 21 days, considering that the launch happened on the 11th of March, Shibarium managed 1 million transactions. Imagine what could happen with more days on the clock. According to the crypto, Basic PuppyNet recorded its highest transaction count on March 28th when it processed 144,485 transactions in one day. It bears mentioning that the Shibarium beta testnet achieved the remarkable feat just 1 week after its debuted. Following the massive growth and adoption of the Shibarium beta testnet,